Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance, the reader, and it's a new vlog day. Like, we literally just hit end on the last one to start this one, as we do. So we've got a lot going on. Yeah, we've got a lot going on. We've got a lot of stuff that we want to read. The piles aren't getting any smaller, okay? Because as soon as I read something, I just add something else. So there you have it. What we're going to be reading tonight, okay? Because I don't have anything going on tonight. Devin and I don't think we're hanging out. No, he's playing Grounded on his computer with his friends, okay? I don't have any plans, okay? The only plan I have, y'all know, take a little edible. Have Crunch and Munch. Yes, I bought a box of Crunch and Munch. Oh, butter toffee. And we're just going to let the night take us in the direction that it will inevitably be, which is just like, that's basically what it's like for me. But we're going to read before then, and we'll read during too, because I can't help myself. So as for the physical things in front of me, the list has gotten longer, but this is the stuff I want to read. Well, not everything. I'm going to separate it for the stuff that I want to read, like sitting here now. But I think a little later, I'm going to transition to manhwa because I don't want to bring a bunch of stuff into my bedroom. I just want to have my iPad. I have no idea what I'm going to start. So I think I mentioned last time, maybe the time before, I have like 200 tabs open on my phone. Yeah, I have 200 tabs open on my phone of stuff that I want to start reading, maybe have started, haven't really gotten totally into it yet. So I don't even get to mention what those things are because they're on my phone and I'm recording, but there's a lot of stuff that I want to read. Obviously, I'm going to crack this bitch open. It's Tuesday, so nothing that I really want released is released now. We already talked about Yes Ma'am and private tutoring. Very, very good still. Very, very good. I want more. I love those. Literally my favorite. Okay, so that is my favorite situation. And obviously they're both a little different, right? The things that they have in common is that it's straight. And the men are basically obsessed with the women. It's for different reasons though, but either way, men obsessed with women, yeah, I'm going to like that. That's the only kind I like. And then the other difference between them, but I'm liking both. Obviously, I prefer Yes Ma'am more because it's more of a like femdom situation, and I like that she's about to put a collar on, y'all, and she might even go variety because she can't pick which color she wants. Yeah, get them all. That was what I was thinking. She's like, well, if I do red, this will look good, but what about black? And then what about pastel? Everyone, actually, get every single color that's available and then request colors that aren't on there, okay? Have him dressed up immediately in that collar. Add some extra stuff too. I want to see that. Meow. Okay, she just got the spanking on him. Oh! It's crazy out here. And then private tutoring is cute in a different way because the guy is still obsessed with her, but she's not necessarily the one in control. But I really like the dynamic between them because it's not that she is like super submissive. She just has no experience, but their whole like agreement is like he's gonna teach her in a very consensual way. And I really like that. He will definitely be talking her through it. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I like. If it's not gonna be the woman being completely like dominating the situation and like the top, I can accept it as long as it's not her being so submissive and he is like dominating her. I don't like that. I don't want to see that dynamic. But I do like the, you know, I'm a little bit more innocent as a woman. I don't really know. Oh my God, let's teach each other. But it's consensual. I think that's really what it is for straight stories for me. As long as there's like heavy consent, it can be freaky for sure, obviously. But as long as there's like super good consent, she doesn't have to be the top per se, but I can't have her being submissive. I don't like it. It's just not for me. But yeah, all of that to say. Backlight's on hiatus for this week, so we don't have anything new there. But let's get to the things that I definitely want to read before the edible hits in, okay? I want to read Natsumi Wants to Be Trained. I definitely want to read this. Okay, y'all know I love Mamita. I will be getting into this immediately. And the second one comes out next year. That's a little bit too late to me because I think it comes out in February. Y'all should just made that come out in December if you ask me, but who am I? I want to try Versus Love again. I didn't get very far when I first started it. I think I only read the first page. I was like, I don't know. Wait, is the bookmark is in here? Yeah, girl, I made it. This is how far I made it. That's a good like 5 pages. I didn't know what I expected. I don't really know why I stopped reading it, but I'm gonna give it I'm gonna go for it again because I think I will like it. It's taking me a while to get to this, and that's annoying me. And my fear is that I'm gonna end up treating this like Chojin X, and I don't want to, and that's why I'm making a point to read, cross my fingers, volume 5 of After God, because with Chojin X, like I keep letting way too much time pass in between the volumes. And if I'm going to keep buying them, I need to read them. I've kind of stopped buying Chojin X, but I'm still buying After God, so I want to keep going with it. I really want to get into Insomniacs After School, volume 1. I have the first 3 volumes. I really want to read those. And now I'm going to change it because I was going to do something different, but I think this is still very ambitious. God, it's fine. It's fine. And then I want to read No God in Eden. This is an Omegaverse. I got this on Yowie Day. I want to get into her. I also want to get into Don't Hold Back, Lord Hades. Flirting with death. In the realm of the gods, new goddess Persephone spends her days tending to her fields of flowers. Every new sprout comes at the cost of an old one withering and dying, which is how she meets the handsome but taciturn Hades, who visits to collect the dead. Persephone grieves for the death of her beloved plants, but Hades' warmth and encouragement touch her heart. Persephone learns Hades is a victim of the gods' conspiracy, and she offers up her own body to save the lord of the underworld. Can their passion stand against all of Olympus? So, I know I flipped through this, but I didn't really know what's going on, but let's see. We got a lot of good looking people here. Yes, we do. We got a pop of a titty, per usual. Obviously got to have that. And we're those things sometimes, but that's okay. I'm going on. My thing is, if you can show titty, you can show vagina. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. I feel like you should be able to show that. Because why not? And then we don't even see ween. Why? Why are you denying us that? Okay, if they're going to be getting down and dirty, let's see it all. But I also want to get into Sex Drive, my listless instructor undercovers. See, I know I bought this and I kind of flipped through it, but I didn't really read the back, so let's read it together. June never imagined her life would lead to being recruited by a secret intelligence agency specializing in sex espionage. Her unusual condition, excessive pheromones, makes her a natural at seduction, but it comes with a price. Uncontrollable bursts of heat that this is an Omegaverse? I didn't even know. That's funny. That make her a danger to herself and those around her. Fired from her job and desperate for her new start, she reluctantly accepts the agency's offers to become a honey trap operative. To train June in the art of seduction, the agency pairs her with Isui, a cool and enigmatic veteran. Isui takes a hands-on approach, guiding June through intimate lessons that leave her flustered and craving more. Just when she's ready to surrender to the pleasure he offers, his own hidden struggles hold him back. Their partnership is supposed to be strictly professional. Can they keep their desires in check, or will their undercover work lead to something far more personal? That sounded like an Omegaverse, didn't it? Because she getting heated and she giving off pheromones. And let me tell you something. I know that technically they said that we do that, but it doesn't look like Omegaverse. Let's see. This just seems to jump right into it. Okay, we're not even getting... My hand isn't even getting held before they're jumping into the bed. I thought we were going to get a little bit more background, but that's okay. Let's see. Okay. You know he's gonna fall in love with her, that's for sure. She's got, okay. Let's see. And then we didn't even get wiener. Did we? No. That's my thing. Like, if you're just going to show me titty, totally fine. Like, I will obviously accept that. Give me some more, because you know what? If we're going to go big, let's keep going. Let's go bigger. Let's dream bigger than this. I think I'm going to like it. But that wasn't as freaky as I thought it was going to be. Okay, I really want to see shanking. Okay, I don't want any, like... Somebody said it's lightsabers and a flashlight? Is that what the vagina's supposed to... I can't remember what they said. Girl, who knows? But anyway, the dishwasher's going. It's about to get loud. I don't even know if that already...
Excuse me, what the actual fuck you...
So... We're going to read these while we sit here before we retire to the bedroom, because it's still only like 6 o'clock. I'm about to take it though, so we'll get anything. But yeah, Devin's going to be home a little bit later. Everything should be good. I already made my schmagegi, ate it. I should be fine for the rest of the night. And like I said, I have my crunch and munch. And we're just going to have a grand old time. We will be watching Yumi Cells. I'm so scared. We made a lot of progress the last time I was watching Yumi Cells. But there's also a second season, and I kind of got spoiled for what happens. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake the table, but yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I just feel I'm already anticipating being disappointed. And that's disappointing, because I had a lot of faith in this dude. And the fact that the other bitch seems like she maybe she didn't totally convince him, but I think in season 2 they don't end up together. Yumi and the dude. What could have possibly happened? And if it's that bitch interfering, we're gonna also really have some problems, because I'm not okay with that. I'm not. And you will be hearing from me. You as in y'all, because obviously I'm not gonna be talking to the director or the actresses or the person who wrote it. I will be complaining on here, as I do. But yes, without further ado, let's get into this reading vlog. Okay. All right, welcome back, everybody. Okay, so today is Wednesday. I kind of got back to you guys last night, but not really. So I decided I'm just going to, since I'm in my office and I'm editing the vlog from last week, basically like that stopped as soon as we right before we picked up for this one. This is almost 3 hours long. It's 2 hours and 41 minutes, but I'm really happy with it. And the difference between this one and the one that just got uploaded, that I kind of mentioned that like I felt really burnt out when I was editing it. I went on such a long fucking tangent the first time about Sensei's pious lie, and I like everything I said, but I talked for so long. I mean, no one would have ever had to have read the fucking book. They wouldn't have had to read any 4 of the manga, because I literally did a fucking play-by-play like I wrote the shit. What the fuck is wrong with me? I know I do that a lot, but that was too much. So, as you saw, I re-recorded something, put it in there, so it made it shorter, but it wasn't, I don't feel like it was as fun to watch back. So even though this one is longer, it's somehow funnier. Probably also because I read so much. Like, I read a lot more last week than I did that week, and I wonder if it's because Lost in the Cloud, I had started it, and maybe no, I think it was mostly Sensei's Pious Lie. Like, I think that really like put me in a funk. And I don't really know what happened last week. You know, it's a blur, but now we're talking about this. Okay, so I ended up finally finishing the first chapter of Seventh Time Loop. We are basically in the I don't know if you would call it that, but we're at the part where she is disguising herself as a soldier in training so she can get a little bit bulkier and she can fight more. She accompanied Arnold to the city so they could get the ring, and they're about to meet what's his face again? He's now coming to town, or to the kingdom. And yeah, girl, I only had like 20 something pages left in that chapter, but for some reason I was just chugging along and I decided, let's get into this, because I did say that I wanted to fucking read this month, and the month is almost over. It's the 27th. Way too ambitious. Then we got into Sex Drive. Didn't give what I thought it would give. It really truly didn't, and that was disappointing to me. I also did not realize that this was going to be, even though it says volume 1, the next volume will not be following this couple. It was going to be following a completely different couple. So I don't know if I like that. So as I mentioned, it was kind of, it's kind of Omega-verse-y, but only women are Omega, even though they're called Vina. So that's just the real world. Okay, like, I mean, I'm not saying I don't like female Omega verses, because I really like the Yakuza and his fiance Raw Dog It, or whatever the fuck it's called. Raw Desire, not Raw Dog It. Something like that. It's something like that. I like that one. I don't mind that. I don't mind women being Omegas. That really doesn't bother me. But this one is just like, there's not, like, he's not even, like, no, she's just a fucking lady who can get pregnant. Like, that's me. Well, hopefully not. But yeah, so in this world, women are basically the only Omegas, Vina. They give off pheromones that drive men wild. And then, of course, just like in the real world, not that we give off pheromones, but in the real world, it just, men are assaulting women left and right. Oh my God, like, that's not anything different than what than what I'm living and seeing in the news. So she is now unknowingly working for a like undercover intelligence agency, where basically she's like the honey trap, and she has a partner who's a man who apparently has erectile dysfunction. Okay, all right, we knew where that was gonna go. Okay, and yeah, so she's going to be a honey trap. What was the mission? I don't even feel like the mission required that. They throw her into the deep end immediately, so she's like going straight into honey trapping. Okay, and what? Also, she's a virgin. Okay, now, okay, but the other thing about the Venas is that, like, it's not like they know that Venas exist, but not every woman will become a Vina Omega, because it's not even like it's a secondary sex. It's just like you're giving off pheromones. She's not developing anything additional, because then so she's a virgin, and her partner obviously has erectile dysfunction. He's like, okay, like, we need to make this natural, blah, blah, blah. So obviously they get to doing stuff. It's her first time, blah, 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 blah. She didn't have anything special up in her. She still has a G-spot. So it's not like you get anything extra. So it's just worse for women. You'd think, how could it get? It does in Sex Drive. If we were, it gets worse to be a woman. Like, Jesus. Anyway, so yeah, and she just has a G-spot, so it's nothing special. Not that that's not special, but you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's really, okay. Blah, blah, blah. They go on their first mission. It's almost a failure because she goes into heat. So, of course, he's got to, take her out of the situation. They get the fucking in the other hotel room. His erectile dysfunction is now cured because her pheromones are so strong. I do like that. I did not dislike that. I actually kind of like that. But nothing special about that. Okay, I'm sorry. And then in the end, and the whole time I'm reading it, I'm like, damn, this is going really fast. Like, I'm surprised with their, like, hooking up so quick. Like, not that they're hooking up so quick, but it's, like, insta love. I was like, shouldn't we let this marinate a little bit? No, girl, because this is just one of many other stories, and I wish I would have known that. Now, did I hate it? No, because I read the whole thing. Did I love it? No. So I will not be reading volume 2. Sorry, Sex Drive. I see what you were going for, but It's enough for me. Now, what I did read that I did like, and I will be reading the second volume, is No God in Eden. This was really, really good. I really, really like this. Now, obviously, very similar kind of ish, because, you know, I don't know if we would really call this a megaverse, but this is a megaverse, and it is between our two main characters, and they are the first Alpha and Omega to exist. So that is really interesting to, you know, see two people. And of course, like when I've read some Omega verses, that's just the world that you live in. So besides the fact that you might not want that as your secondary sex, you kind of just, you deal with it, and everybody knows what that is, except it's not happening like that in here. Like, these guys go from two normal dudes living their life like any other beta to now one of them is getting a heat. And it was like, and it was crazy because I was thinking, like, shouldn't he know that? But no, he's the first. This is literally just happening to both of them. But it is so interesting the way that this is like illustrated with the pheromones like hitting them. They have no idea what is going on. They just know or feel very strongly that they need to mate. And I don't know, I don't want them to have like a bad situation. I mean, because like I fear that because they are the firsts, eventually it might turn into, oh, well, we're just doing this like for now, but we're gonna like move on and go to other people. And obviously there's gonna be a jealousy there, because it seems like the guy who's the Omega might have a girlfriend, but the guy who's the Alpha is pretty quiet. I don't think he's dating anybody, or it's his first for everything. But I don't want that to happen, and I fear that might happen. Like, they're still going to be the first, but they're going to get it kind of under control for the most part, and then they're going to try to go back to normal life, and then he's going to go back to his girlfriend, but obviously they're going to still yearn for each other. I don't want that to happen because that'll make me sad. But yeah, nothing came out today. Unless, you know what would have been out today? River of Bondage. But no, season 1 is over. There's a lot of stuff that would have been out today if it Red Thread Quest, but no, season 1 is over. Why? So Devin is coming downstairs early because he wants some Connie time. I don't blame his ass. As the other thing, last night, you know, I was like, I have the whole, you know, night to myself. No, I didn't, because Devin canceled his stream and we hung out. And tonight it's gonna be the same thing because he can't get enough of this little cutie. Just spending time with me as I read my BL beside him, and he plays on his Steam Deck, and we just have something playing background. So that's a good night if you ask me. So without keeping it going, because y'all know I can, we're going to stop it right here, and I will pause watching back everything I've edited, and we'll do that tomorrow. And I will see you guys tomorrow, and we'll have read some things, and we will be reading more, and we'll have to talk about. Hello. Okay, so today is Thursday. I just got back from the gas station and they fucked me. They did, because I came in there. I came in there obviously one scene thinking if things that I wanted were there, and I did find 2 things that I was looking for, and then 1 thing I just figured, you know, why not? We'll save those though, because I do need to do a haul video, and within these vlogs I kind of like, I started showing you guys what I've been, not all of it, but some, but that's not the point. I like mystery boxes, and I think the closest Pop Mart, if there is even one to it, like on this side, like in Virginia, I think it's probably Tyson's Corner, possibly. That's like a very long way away from me, so I can't just take a 3, possibly 4 hour, depending on the traffic, drive to Tyson's Corner just for that. So the fact that they now are putting some Pop Mart stuff in Books A Million, which I feel like they do every now and then, but now they actually had something that I want. Okay, I like the idea of Labubu, but I don't know that Labubu is really for me. But this thing, the Nami, this is what I have been wanting. And the fact that it was there, I was like, oh my God, I have to get this because I really just want one. But then, and I've always wanted these, okay? I've always wanted Skull Panda figures. So I'm very, very excited for this. Ah! Yeah. Okay, so we'll do one. Okay, so what do I want? Honestly, I have literally, I want everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It truly, truly doesn't. But I would be very excited if I could get, let's see. I like Enjoy Oneself. And the scent looks good. I don't know if it's like, so I think, wait, is this? Okay, so the scent is them standing, which I don't know if you can see. Okay, yeah. And then I think this one, yeah, Enjoy Oneself. So, all right, we got that focus back. But yeah, since I've never had one before, I actually don't care what I get. As long as it's, well, no, as long as it's just this brand. I don't care what it looks like. Okay, so we'll look at the sheet. There's additional things in there. Okay, so we've opened, let's see. What the fuck? It's like a little baby. Which one is this one? Oh, okay. This one, oh, this one's in the little bathtub. That's funny. And I save all of these to put behind my books. Okay. What is that? Got their little tub that they sit in, it seems, right? Is there a hole? Ah, there we go. Okay, so I don't know.
A few moments later.
All right. Hello, we're in the office now. Why? Because I ran out of storage halfway through. So yeah, had to come in here, figure out what was going on, and I've got some space back. So that's my fault. So the one that I ended up getting that first time, which we kind of saw together, was in a little bath basin or whatever with, oh girl, with the helmet on the side. I'm dropping the shit. Now, I'm not really, it's not that bad actually. It kind of sits up. Okay. It sat up decently well, but I think I might add some like little adhesives to it. So we have stuff like, oh, damn it. Dude, this part of my desk is ridiculous. So I got these little sticky things that I could probably put on, dude, I keep dropping. I hate when I do that. Okay. I can put the sticky things on his little legs. So hopefully he can actually like stay down. But now let's do the rest of it. So, didn't totally hate that, but not one that I actually wanted, but that's okay. Let's see what we can still get, because it's still really cute. And honestly, I think once I can actually put his little thighs down, I will like it. Okay. Oh, that is so cute. Oh my God. Okay, so this one is the raining day. Oh, so cute. So it comes with a little, yeah, definitely would need that. A little freaking stand. Oh, this one's super cute. I like this. Let's see. Make it so. Ah, okay. Cool. All right, so the little hole was actually on the top of its hand. It's supposed to be, well, when it's still, it should be fine. Okay, cute. I like that one. So none of the ones that I said that I technically would have wanted, but I'm not disappointed. But this one I'm excited for. I honestly will be happy with anything. I think in general, I would really like Mimi. Mimi is the black and pink one. Kind of matches me right now. But I am technically fine with anything. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay. I'm really, really excited for this. I don't know. This is just who I am. Okay, so I'm really excited. So I don't see anything. Ooh! Oh, it's the purple one. So purple is Tutu. Oh, it really does have the eyes that move. That's crazy. Oh my god. That's so cute. Yee! Ah, I'm happy. Yeah. And I probably won't buy any more of these. Oh, that's right. You really can put it on a bag. I can't see myself actually putting this on a bag, but I will try to find a place to hang it in my office. Because I very rarely wear a purse. Yeah, very rarely do I ever wear a purse because I really don't care. I only have my phone. I only ever have my phone, my wallet, and my keys. When it comes to work, I'm wearing the pants I usually do, which is like cargo pants. So wallet goes in the pocket, keys go around my neck, phone in my other pocket. And I did get a bagoo recently. That's exciting. I like it. I got it because when we go to Alexandria in a few weeks, I'm going to be bringing our GoPro so I can like actually kind of film as we're walking, which I think would be really cool. We got this when we were in Hawaii because my job basically with the Achievers that we won, they gave us a ton of credits to the hotel we were staying at, and we really struggled to buy stuff. Like at the very so we both basically got essentially $1,500 of credit to the hotel. So $3,000 to spend. There's only so much food I can eat. There's only so much food he could eat. So basically by the last day, and I may have told you guys this, but by the last day, we still had like almost $1,000, and this was I think just under $500, and we still had money left over, and that was even after sending stuff back home with like USPS. So that was crazy. No, FedEx. So that's crazy. So yeah, I got a bit of a bigger purse for this that is not going to be like the book bag that I sometimes wear when like we go to conventions and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm also going to do this while we're sitting here. But yeah, oh, something that I keep meaning to talk about, but I keep forgetting, is Backlight is going to be on a month-long hiatus. Bitch. Why us? But I want everybody to be happy and healthy, but I can't deny. I'm sad. No. I am so disappointed. It is what it is. You just gotta wait. Okay, so you can't totally tell. A little. That's the little sticky things. These are surprisingly strong, so I have used this to some things that I've used this for come in handy a lot. I had to use it for my for the wands back there to actually stay on the acrylic stand, and again, they're surprisingly strong, so I don't want to embarrass myself. DQ. Treat this like a DQ blizzard. But yeah, so one leg is really on there, which is good. The other one might just be slightly sticky, but yeah, this isn't going to fall. It sits up well. And if I really wanted to, if I felt like it really didn't have enough stability, I would, because these will literally stick to this and keep it up. So like the stands that you would probably get with a Funko Pop, I got a ton of these from Amazon. They're just called circular miniature bases. They're 2 inches, 1.5 millimeter clear. And for any of the Funko Pops that I got, especially the female ones, because we all know they don't really have a good, they either don't have a good base, their feet are so much smaller, so their heads are so big and their bodies are so small, so they often fall over. And then even if sometimes they give an acrylic stand with it, it's just not good enough. So that was really bad with the Sailor Moon ones. But anyway, yeah, if I felt like it was going to fall forward more, I probably would, but I think we should be fine. I don't see this falling over. I really don't. But for the helmet, I know the helmet is supposed to not be that far from it if you were to display it, but I'm thinking I might actually just like, if I could make it, if I find a shelf for it, I'll probably try to find a way to, I don't know, just leave this in here. Because I think, I mean, that's really good. That doesn't matter. It's not important. Anyway, so we've got her, we've got wash basin, and then we have, what was the name again? Tutu. Yay! So exciting! Now imagine if this had been, I already forgot everybody's name again. Mimi. Imagine if it had been Mimi Girl or Nini or Juju. I love them all. I love them all. It would be kind of cool though if instead, like, so the eyes move. It would be kind of cool if you could change the eyes, like 2 different eye things. Because imagine if like we had like this cute bunny and on the moon thing, but then the other one could be like that. That'd be so cool. Okay, don't break it. Yeah, so I'm about to watch some YouTube, catch up with people that I'm subscribed to, browse the internet, and then I don't know what else, but I will see you guys again. We'll have more to talk about. Thanks for watching that little unboxing. Okay, actually I lied. I did read stuff, so we do have a few things to talk about. So let's see. I tried out a few free rental passes that I got in my gift box with Lezen. You know, because they suggest some things. Oh, Lord. Ah! I want to read that. Okay, hold on. Girl. Oh, this is a short one. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get this. Okay, so I'm about to read My Middle-Aged Next Door Neighbor is in My Wet Dreams. Yes, I will be reading that. We'll be posting the photo alongside this. I'm not turning the phone around. Sorry, y'all, because that's a little bit too freaky. Okay, so I caught up on Incomplete Combustion and A Crown of Thorns. Those 2 things dropped today. Not bad. A Crown of Thorns, I really don't know where this is going. I really don't. It's scaring me a bit. Yeah, it's scaring me a bit because, like, is the dad going to, I don't know what the dad is going to do. I just feel so sorry for him. He's getting, like, pulled back and forth between these 2 alphas. This man is just missing his husband who is dead, who may have been a piece of shit. We don't know yet. We just kind of, I don't know. I have a sinking suspicion either, was it Songwoo, the son, either he has always been like a little demon and his biological dad didn't like him and he kind of sensed something was wrong with his son, or he wasn't a demon. I don't know. I think he was a little fucking terror, and his dad like kind of held him at arm's length. And when the stepdad came in, the biological dad didn't tell him everything there was to know about his dynamic with his son. So he comes into this relationship and this marriage and this family, and it's like, oh, well, I want to make this family like back together. Like, we gotta be, I want to be a good stepdad. So then he like overcompensates, and then the son is a little psycho. But it makes me nervous. Did the son kill his father to get at his stepdad? What the fuck? Incomplete Combustion. I have no idea where this is going. I'm still really interested, but I do kind of think I need to just kind of let it stew a little bit. because reading it week to week, it's like, I always think something more is going to happen with the next chapter, and it really doesn't. And that's okay. You're following it week to week. It makes sense. But the fact that he's getting into this, like, I don't know, illegal boxing situation, and the guy who he's been obsessed with is now doing drugs or something. I mean, the whole thing is just like so weird, because for me, reading the very first chapter, I'm confused. So are we seeing did we see a flashback then? I don't know. I don't get the timeline. So we still need some more chapters, I suppose, but I don't know. I'm only losing steam, not losing interest. I got 3 rental passes for First Kissed, First Love. And then I bought the next 2 episodes when I was like, no, I'm not going to keep going, but I'm going to keep going eventually. But this is about a guy, to treat his sensitivity issues, Do-won agrees to be part of a blindfolded kissing booth at the school festival. He thought he'd only get a few meaningless pecks, but ends up making out with a mysterious guy whose kiss is so intense it makes him hard. Do-won becomes obsessed with finding the other man, but he never imagined it'd be Junhyun, the otaku nerd from school who's a total jerk. Will Do-won be able to accept that his body reacts to this nerd, or will Junhyun's secretly sexy side be his undoing? Yep. Yeah. Y'all know. Everybody's kind of buff. You know what that means. And then there was one other one, but I don't know, did I even buy anything? I have to look at my history, because I don't think I actually bought the next episodes for that one. Let's see. Oh, I can't wait till Beautiful Nightmare comes back out. When does that? Sunday? I'm obsessed. Okay, so history instead. Okay. I started The Beast of Bayhall Never Misses Its Prey. That I got like a few rental passes. I don't know that I'll continue that. It's very wordy. Sorry. I mean, I don't mind a lot of like stuff going on, but it hasn't caught my attention. So I'm just kind of like, eh. But then I read Unlock the Nerd Boy's Double Life. So far, oh no, it's 15 episodes. Oh, and a creator's note. That's so cute. This one is, yeah. I think that this is cute. Yujin has a hopeless crush on his cool and handsome Sunbae Choi Pyom, but thanks to Yujin's shy personality, he can't even make eye contact with Pyom, and even pulls all-nighters because of the questionably sexy dreams he has about them. One day, Yujin accidentally gets trapped in his grandpa's invention, a machine designed to unlock human potential. Due to a malfunction, Yujin splits into 2 personas, a nervous nerd and a shameless flirt. Now it's nerd versus flirt in a chaotic battle for Pyom's heart. So this is interesting, because it's not like the ones I've read that have kind of annoyed me, when it's like, oh, you just have like a split personality disorder. And I'm thinking, and I know I bring this one up all the time, but yeah, I'm thinking that she's getting dicked down by 2 fiancés and it's just one dude with another personality. I don't like that. You tricked me. Not this one. Obviously, I'm not really tricked. But this one, we actually get the build up, and it's not like we meet him as 2 different people. We meet him as himself, and then we see everything happen. So I wasn't tricked. Okay. Now, obviously, if you're looking at the cover, you might think, oh, that look like 2 people. Technically, he does actually split into 2 people, but his grandpa puts them together again. Whatever. But I will be continuing on with this one. It's finished, so I might as well unlock everything, because it's only, yeah. But middle-aged next door neighbor, that one was pretty good, and she's number 1 on real-time rankings. So, and I heard 2020 ended, so I should really get into that. I don't know. I kind of feel like I've been like in a manhwa reading slump. What's going on? So I need to get that together. Ooh, is this one about mermaids too? I like a good mermaid one, girl. Yes, I do. But yeah, we're gonna get into some more reading. I need to really like hunker down and like dive on into these. I've got my delicious sugar-free Red Bull, as you guys know, preferred drink of choice if we're going for an energy drink, the best flavor, if you will. And yeah, that's where we are right now. I got a lot of reading to do. There's a lot of good stuff here, and I got to get into some of these little categories. I need to read that. So I will see you guys a little bit later. Hey everybody. Okay, so I just left Second and Charles. I'm about to go into my next door, but they had Pop Mart stuff there. So we're gonna do an unboxing. This is another one that I really wanted, like this particular, like, I don't know, Skull Panda kind. I've wanted one of these so bad for so long. Honestly, and these especially, I do not care what I get because I'm gonna like every single one I already know. Granted, I know I wasn't excited that much about the one yesterday with the fucking baby in the tub or whatever the fuck, but it's so cute. Like, I can't deny it. Don't get this one. I'm so excited. Okay. So, ooh. Oh, I like that one. That is so cool. Ooh, cool. And it comes with like other pieces, but I'll get into that later. Now, this one, they did not put the fucking price on it, and they didn't have the price on this. I have no idea how much these costs. I do know that the one I got yesterday, that was only like the smaller one, that was not that expensive, but I looked at the price on that box and it was like $26. Bitch, we changing prices up in Second Charles versus Books A Million. Aren't y'all owned by the same thing? I don't know. Now, God, I mean, if I could, honestly, any of these would be fine. If I could get a pinkish one though, that would make me happy. Something with a little bit of color would make me happy. Honestly, I'm bound to go back there before I go. Okay. Ooh, I know I didn't even show y'all. That is so pretty. I'm obsessed. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't get it up. So this one is the Serenity and the other one is the Grief. Again, I would have been happy with any of them. Oh, fuck. Literally every single one of them is perfect. Oh, the Disgust, though. The Disgust, the Joy, the Trust. So Disgust, the Joy. Is this one the Trust? No, the Ecstasy is cute too. Ecstasy and bitch. Yeah. I want them all. But that's not all I got. So I didn't get any manga because there wasn't really much there. I was hoping that some of the things that I want that come out on the 2nd would show up, but not yet. I have to wait. Oh, got so much stuff in the pile. I got a lot of loose things going on, and that really bothers me. And by that I mean I didn't put some of this stuff in a bag. I can't stand that. But I got DVDs. You know, I'm always searching. The thing I'm always searching for is Christie on DVD. I don't know that I'll ever find that, but if I ever do, I'm gonna be really happy. But I got Winchester. This is actually really good, surprisingly. I remember watching this with Devin like 2 years ago. Not bad. I think it was pretty good. And I was really interested in watching it because I had just watched BuzzFeed Supernatural and they were talking about the Winchester house. So I was like, well, hello, I have to watch that. I'm pretty sure I don't have this on DVD. If I do, oh well. But Aladdin, I've been wanting to watch that recently. Wanted to get something funny. So I got Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. For whatever reason, this is like popping up on my For You page on TikTok. And I was like, oh, yeah, I would like to watch that. Brave. This is a little interesting. I was talking to the girl behind the counter and she was like, you have really great taste in movies. thank y'all. Let's be best friends, please. But she purposefully mentioned Brave, and we were both talking about the fact that Brave, I feel, does not get enough love. I feel like it gets shitted on a lot. Not because this just isn't somebody's like what they would choose to watch. Like, I have friends who their favorite is this one, and that's it. I feel like people shit on Brave like it's not good. Are you kidding me? The tears I shed, the joy I had. No, that's a good one. Then I got a double feature, Wayne's World and Wayne's World 2. And this one was really exciting because I found 2 of the 4 movies. I really only wanted 3. I don't really care for. Well, I guess I've never really watched the first one, but that's neither here nor there. I'm very excited because I got a 4-film feature of Batman, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, and then Batman Returns. So I found Batman and Robin and Batman Forever there at Second and Charles separately, but I was really looking for Batman Returns because I really, really, really want to see Danny DeVito as Penguin again. I haven't watched this movie in so long, and it's been even longer since I watched Batman and Robin, and I loved this movie specifically for Uma Thurman. I had a crush on her, and I had a crush on Arnold Schwarzenegger as I did. I don't know why. I don't know. I was into some. I've had crushes on some interesting celebrities. Devin will be the first one to tell you. I have no shame though, but sometimes even I have to go, no, what the fuck? What are you thinking? What I have read though is I've read Versus Love. So this is definitely like if Windbreaker actually like went full BL and didn't keep like teasing us a little bit and edging us with some of these, you know, relationships that can happen. This is what that is. And that makes me happy. That makes me happy. This was pretty good. I liked it. I did start Insomniacs after school, but I parked immediately and started filming, so I'm not reading that yet. I caught up on Tears on a Withered Flower. Nice little extra, you know, nice new episode, I should say. Here's a bit of a spoiler. Okay, so flashing hands. So the last episode, so episode I think 66, I think we're on 67. That's the one where Ari, the girl who is dating Min Chol right now, goes to the pharmacy because she's going to get a pregnancy test because she believes that she might be pregnant. And everybody on Twitter and on TikTok was talking about it. Like, oh my God, what if she isn't pregnant, but she wants to be? And even though she is younger, so she's in her early 20s. It seems like, and I don't, unless I missed it, because obviously it's been a while, like since I've read the first few episodes, I'm pretty sure Ari is an only child, so she's extremely sheltered. I think that she's babied by her family, and I feel like she has never really had a relationship before, or if she has, this is the first time she's had a relationship with somebody like Min Chol, right? So she probably, if she had dated in the past, only dated men her age and not men that are older than her. She is probably like some people tend to be, where they insist that an older man is better. That is not necessarily true, girl, especially depending on the age gap. It would be different if you were in your late 20s and you dated someone in their early 40s. I don't think that I don't know that I could do it, but I don't think that that's too crazy of a gap, because that's like a little over 10 years. And like, if you're closer to 30 with someone who is out of their 30s, I think that that's like a decent match, even though that's like a 10, 11, 12 years. Like, that's a big gap, but you've still experienced a lot. It's not like you just turned 20. If you just turned 20 and you think that it makes sense for you to be dating someone who just turned 40, do yourself the favor, don't do that shit, okay? Because that, besides the fact that that 40-year-old had been, actually, let me not go on a tangent. So I think that she's not used to dating somebody as old as Min Chol, but also as like shitty, bratty, and immature, but also a dickhead as Min Chol, which I can see how as a young lass, haven't we all been there? You get a little drawn into the bad boy aesthetic, if you will. It happens to the best of us. We've all been there. And if you haven't been there, congratulations, and don't let it happen to you. Try not to let it happen to you, girl. But I can understand why she's infatuated with him, but the fact that she wants to get pregnant is so weird. obviously I already can't relate because I have no desire to ever experience pregnancy. But when you are so young, like, you're not even married to him. He's just kind of living in your house. It doesn't seem like he contributes anything. I don't think he contributes to rent. I don't think he contributes to, like, the grocery bill for the I guess he does kind of sometimes, but like well, I guess he is doing a little bit more. No, because he's still the same shithead, but she just doesn't know everything that's going on with him. But okay, that's just my internal thoughts that I, for some reason, just keep in there. I have to talk through them. But blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she's not used to being with someone in Chol. So her wanting to have a baby, if he finds out that she actually wants to have a baby, I think he will be furious, because I think that he liked the idea in the early stages of his relationship with Jesus of having a baby, and then they had a miscarriage, and then I think that took the nosedive there. And I think he probably does not want to have kids. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. We find out that she's not pregnant. Good. Okay. Then what else do we find out? Oh, that there was like a moment where basically we kind of get a flashback where I think it's been like hinted at the last few episodes that basically, what's his face? Not Minchol, but Teha? You know who I'm talking about. The sexy one. I'll put pictures up. That he has been working behind the scenes when it comes to Minchol and Jesus. And it seems like what he was willing to do was try to give Minchol a leg up, so for Jesus' benefit. But because he's kind of stalking them, he overhears her talking to somebody about, her on the phone with Minchol, and he's still treating her shittily and still being an asshole. And that's when he decides, like, I'm done. I'm not going to try to make him the good man for her. I'm going to be the good man for her, period. And that's what we like to see. So I'm happy about that. And who knows what else is about to happen. Minchol goes into the bank. Who knows what he's about to do. He better not piss me off. I really wonder how long this story is going to be, because now I've seen some people talk on Twitter saying that all like the dialogue that we see, not like actually happening, but like separate from like a speech bubble, are Jesus and Teha's thoughts in the future talking about what we're seeing, as if like they're talking about their history together. I don't know how I can really follow that. I think that's what's really like, I certainly did not know. I must have missed something, because I've been lost for quite some time. And if that's what's been going on, I wish somebody would have told me sooner. I really do. Okay, moving on. What is the next thing I watched? Oh, okay. So it's not out here yet, but Operation True Love is like many episodes ahead in Korea, it seems. I think it's at 114 episodes. I'll put the number up here. So again, this is why I like Twitter, and I'll probably never get rid of it, is because I ended up then following. Okay, thank you for you, page. I ended up following the person who like does a breakdown, because they have Bombtoon, I think it is, or whatever. Maybe it's just Korean webtoon. And they break down the episode. So girl, I'm somewhat caught up. So I'm very happy. That's enough for me, actually. I can accept that. I will wait. If I could just have somebody tell me what's going on, with the episodes like I'm not seeing, just tell me. just let me know. But I'm so sad to see how many people hate Doha. Like, I understand why people really like Unyo, and from what it sounds like, it seems like Unyo and Sue are like endgame. Like, that is who's going to end up together, which is confusing to me, because like, isn't her whole story the whole story that she was writing for the meringue dude the perspective from the second male lead who wanted love? That's why I kind of feel like I would rather it be Doa. But like, the way that people hate Doa is crazy to me. I'm so surprised that people just hate him so much. Because the thing is that like, when we first meet him, he definitely seems like he could have just been like a one-dimensional character, and then I could understand why people don't really like him. But he's so much more layered than that, in my opinion. So it's surprising to me that people have so much animosity towards him, because I don't understand why they do, because I really like him. It's interesting. So I can't wait to see the comments from people when it updates on Webtoon. That's gonna be great, because I've only been exposed to the ones that were on the Webtoon app. I've been exposed to the ones that were from like 2023 and 2024. I want to see what people think now, okay? Yeah, I want to see everybody's reaction, and maybe I will participate. Who knows? I don't really like to like comment back and forth. Like, I'm even in a Discord right now where I'm like, I already feel very awkward commenting on Discords for whatever reason, but I want to get more, I want to get better about that. Like, I want to interact with people more because it would be fun. And I mean, nobody else in my real life world is reading anything that I'm reading. So the other day, my sister was giving me shit for the stuff I was reading. And there's a goose coming. I might show you the geese in a second, but yeah, I'm left alone on a little island by myself. It's thanks to everybody virtually. Thank you all who interacts with me. That really is keeping me good when it comes to this part of my life. And that's sad to me. But other than that, the other things I read were After God Volume 5. I finally read it. I annotated it because we finally understand what Waka, Allura is the IPO that's in Waka. Why, like, what she is, what her motivation is for the most part, why the IPOs have such an issue with her. And that was good to see because I feel like I've been lost for a while. A lot of stuff is going on, but I don't feel like it was like being tied together. And now it feels like things are actually getting tied together, and that's really cool. And then I also read Natsume Wants to Be Trained. Girl, give me that immediately. The second volume comes out next year. I think it is. If it's not next year, it's late this year, but I'm pretty sure it's next year. I'll put the picture and the date up because I just added that on Amazon so I can remember when it comes out. That was simply too good. Okay. Mamita, you know what the hell you're doing. I need to meet Mamita because Mamita, yeah, they really know what the fuck is up. Somehow we are so simpatico. They get me. I know they're not writing this for me, but it feels like they are because I eat it up every time. Oh God, here come the geese. Okay, I'm gonna move from here and now go back to my store, but here are the geese, y'all. They're very scary to me. So here are the geese. The thing about the geese around here is that they're chunky. I mean, do they always look like that? I don't know if a body of a goose is that chunky, but the goose, I mean, I'm 30 minutes away from where I live and the geese are there too, right? But the geese are insane sometimes. I like to look at them from afar, but the one thing I can't stand about a goose is that they can fly. The fact that they cause so many fucking traffic incidents because they just want to walk across the street. Girl, I mean, you've seen a chicken move faster than these fuckers because these guys walk so fucking, look at them. That's about the speed at which a goose walks across the street that insists on crossing instead of just flying across the street. You little fucker. Oh, you know. But yeah, I'm going to skedaddle because this might just park its ass in front of me before I get a chance to move. So I will talk to you guys again later. My sister's coming. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys again. Okay, everybody. Sorry, didn't realize that my iPad was dead. I was reading manhwa on my phone and was like, oh, let me just go ahead and talk about it. Didn't even realize this thing was dead, girl. So we got the charger in, but we ain't gonna turn it around. So, today is Saturday. I've done nothing. Well, I've worked, but like I haven't read. So sad. I haven't read anything. I feel like I'm in a slump. It hasn't even been 12 hours since I read something, so I don't know why I feel this way, but once I get this girl charged, we're gonna bring her back up and we're gonna get into something different, okay? Because I do want to change it up. I want to read something new. Anyway, I just read the newest episode of In Your Wake. Will you know, stop pissing me off? Is he even capable of it? Is the question. He is so frustrating. This is the same issue over and over and over again. Does he even like me? Why does he even want to do this? Girl, if he didn't like you, if he was just like doing this because, I don't know, the dumb reason he decided to make up, like, well, nothing. Like, why would he need to do that? He's so insecure, it's actually bringing me to feel disgusted by him. I'm feeling very disgusted by Yuno. I need him to really just like shut the fuck up, move on, stop acting like it is such a big deal. You know, the guy likes you. Also, in your, I'm sorry, in your wake is the one where it's the alpha and the beta, but the alpha is the bottom. Yeah, we like that. But yeah, the brunette, I'll put the pictures up and everything. It's just like, when are we going to see any character development? Because we need to get into that, or else I'm going to need to stop getting it every week because I'm getting so bored of it. Then I caught up on A Tree Without Roots. Girl, oh my God. As I was reading it, because this one's lightsabers, it is so fucking ridiculous when the weens are so big. Oh man, I can't remember his name now, but the blonde, and I'll put his picture up in his name, basically the top, his penis is literally the, girl, I don't even have it in 0.5. Honestly, it looks like if it were like actually drawn and you saw it in real life, they would be that of a Pringles can. It's so funny. Every time a wiener is drawn that is monstrously huge, like freakishly huge. Because it could still be big and not be like the Alaskan bullworm. It doesn't need to look like a freshly, I don't know, a freshly, thing put in a sausage casing, the fucking 8-pound thing of fucking ground beef. Like, what the fuck? Does any real wiener look like that? You know, because that's crazy. That's like fisting to the elbow size that we're seeing here. It's crazy. Anyway, I didn't need to go on that tangent, so I apologize. But A Tree Without Roots is still really good, but they're basically just hooking up now for the next few chapters. I have no idea when we're going to get back on the train to, talk about the mom who, did some shit to the other guy's mom, and she's like a psycho evil bitch secretly. We didn't know until recently. Like, couldn't stand that mom. But this is they're just boning in the cabin. I don't even want to talk about what just happened, girl. I'm not gonna say. I want to say, but at the same time, it's like I don't know that I want to say it, because that was like, okay, I don't know. Not for me. We don't need to go into detail. If you read it, then you probably know what the hell I'm talking about. But other than that, I don't think there wasn't anything else that I've kept up on. I kind of took a break the last 2 days. Oh, excuse me, sorry. From reading The Broken Ring, but I want to get back into it. Yeah, want to get back into that. Is there anything else? I'm not sure. But there are a few things that I want to read on Webtoon, and I took a screenshot. I'll put the pictures up, but I'll talk about it later, because I was supposed to like airdrop them to my iPad so we can really talk about it. But I'm thinking about I'm going to read everything that Webtoon suggests to me that I haven't already read. So like, it suggests that I read Love for a Walk. I haven't read the whole thing, but I did start that and made it pretty far. So, it gives you like, I don't know, 10 suggestions. So I'm thinking like maybe like start a Webtoon chapter with me, and we'll go from there to decide if we like continue on. Would people like to see that? I think that might be cool. So I might do a vlog on that, because that would be nice. And the last thing we'll talk about, sorry. Yes. I'm a little high. So bear with me, everybody. So Yumi Cells, very, very good. I was recently spoiled on, I guess, how this is going to end ish, which is totally fine with me. I'm really excited to see like how we even get to that point that I was spoiled on, because I just think I'm just so invested. But this is getting like so good, but I am on a roller coaster of emotions with this show. I really think that the cells are so funny, and it's so cute to think that like that is how our bodies work and our emotions and everything are like these little people who, you know, I just think that's a really, really cute concept. But I'm feeling everything so intensely. We already know that I tend to treat fictional characters like they're my best friend, and then I ride at dawn for every single one of them when I get pissed off and feel like they were disrespected. That's just how I am. But I'm just like, there's just so much stuff happening in here, and it's blowing me away. But this whole thing with, so I love Yumi. Yumi is like a favorite character. She's so sweet. I think you pronounce his name Wong. I really, really like him. I like him for her. I want them to be together. But that fucking other chick, that chick who works with Wong and always like does not want him to date anybody, but is not going to date him. She wants all of his attention, and she's just a schemer, and I don't like people like that. Don't even do it. The bitch is she's already intentionally tried to put a wedge in between them. She almost won, but guess what? Not today, bitch. But she's gonna get some footing. I don't like how she's manipulating him into like all this stuff that has to do with the game. Bitch, you know how to fucking work the fucking computer. Stop calling him. And they always know he's in the middle of a date with her. So stop it. Stop the madness. This is sick. But yes, this is what I've been kind of consumed with. And I think that's why I feel like I haven't read anything, because like I've kind of been watching this on and off all day. But it's gonna be fun. I'm going to read some more. Possibly, am I even capable of reading? We'll see. And in between, you know, losing steam on reading, I will watch, and vice versa. So at the very least, you will see me tomorrow, but you might see me again tonight. Who knows? The night is still young. So yeah, I'll see you whenever whenever I'm gonna see you next. Hey everybody. Okay, so we're out and about. I just got off work, so I've already changed my clothes. I'd also already been to the bookstore, and I did get something at Barnes & Noble. Things that I am really excited to have because they were on my wish list. Yeah, I'm very happy. But let's talk about what I've read. Okay, so I started Bloom Into You Volume 1. I like this, okay? I was really mad at myself for not having brought Volume 2. Because, you know, I try to keep it, well, no, I don't. I don't really try to keep a reasonable amount of stuff with me when I go to work. I always bring too much and never read it. But today is different because I have been reading what I brought with me. But I really wish I had brought Volume 2 because this is really good, and I really can't wait to see where this goes. Basically, this is following two young girls who are meeting for the first time. I believe she may be 1 year older than her, I think. Yeah, this is Yu, and this is Nanami. Nanami is basically, Yu has to decide if she wants to be in an after-school program or like a student club or something, and a teacher is like, oh, you should really join the student council. When Yu shows up to the building that she believes to be the student council, she sees a boy confessing his feelings for Nanami. Nanami shuts him down, but she makes a statement that basically is like, you know, I'm just not going to date anybody. And after learning a little bit more about her, Yu finds out that Nanami has this feeling, I don't know what the right word would be, but she basically is like, I'm not going to date anybody just to date them, especially if they don't make my heart flutter. So basically she wants a relationship that is true love, right? Yu at this time is really frustrated because her friends seem to be very boy crazy, very relationship crazy. They I think it's good natured, but I can see how it would be really annoying. Her friends keep trying to push her to date people, even though she's made it really clear that she's not really interested. And she's currently dealing with a boy who she knows that doesn't go to her school that has confessed his feelings for her, and she doesn't know what to do. So when she hears what Nanami has to say, which is, hey, I don't want to really be with anybody, it really makes her think like, oh, okay, I'm not weird. There's other people who are not like, I don't want to say desperate, but for lack of a better word, desperate to be in a relationship. I mean, she goes out with her other friends and they're talking about the fact that the female friend had confessed to a boy and he had basically said, oh, you know, I want to focus on basketball. And they're like, well, don't give up. He didn't say that he didn't want to be with you. He just said that he didn't want to be, he wanted to focus on basketball. So it's like, I would find that annoying if I were in her shoes and I was somebody who's basically kind of made it, I don't want to be in a relationship. That doesn't matter to me, but all of your friends, like, that's what they really care so much about. I can understand how that could be really frustrating. So yes. But with that being said, as time goes on, Nanami seems to, it was kind of instant seeming, but I don't know if the passage of time is going by a little bit faster than I know. But she ends up confessing her feelings to her, but they might not be exactly the feelings that you thinks that they are per se, but they most likely are. But there's a bit of a triangle going on because one of Nanami's female friends seemed to have a crush on her, and she's becoming jealous because Nanami is kind of relying and becoming closer with you than her, or than at least what her friend feels like that she should be close to her for. So I really want to continue. I only have the next volume, but if I like the second volume enough, I think I might try to read this online. It's 7C, so I'll try to find it, or I might get lucky and just find it used again because I did get these 2 volumes used. Next, another one, I wish I'd brought the next volume. Oh my God. Dead Mount Death Play Volume 5. Oh my God. The way this ended, I literally was like, why the fuck did I bring Volume 6? Oh my God. This is getting so good. Although so much is happening that it is kind of hard to follow. There's so, like, all of these things that are happening are eventually going to become connected again. So it's not that big of a deal, but you know, I feel like I'm following a lot of different things and it can be kind of overwhelming, but in general, this is so good. I really want to know what's going on with Corpse God. Who is this organization? Are they also from his time? Why does it seem like all these people are getting assassinated and getting his put out on them? What's going on? I want to know. And now somebody's been turned into a vampire girl and I want to see that. I want to see that. And somebody just got kidnapped and I don't want that. I like that character. But this one, ooh, I'm a little pissed off at myself that I didn't start this sooner, but what can I say? That's just who I am. I know for a fact I'm going to like this series because it was much more than I thought it was going to be. And even if it wasn't more than that, I think I still would have enjoyed it. But now I'm really, really invested. And that is Kai Yaku, Bound by Law. This is good. So as you guys know, I don't tend to read the back. I know that I had read the back of this when I first got it, but I didn't remember it. And since then I've just been collecting the volumes as I found them. So for me, even though I read it once, that synopsis is gone from my brain. Very rarely do I ever remember a synopsis unless I've actually read it and then I can actually tell you what I read, which is sometimes obviously annoying because then I just talk too much, but what can I say? That's just who I am. But this is about these 2 guys. One guy works for the police. Well, I'm not going to go into his whole fucking like secret fucking FBI shit. And the other guy is a Yakuza. And basically, Shiro is a cop and he has been tasked with basically not really infiltrating, but he needs to get close to this Yakuza member, Rion. And his backstory is that he used to have a female partner. She disappeared 3 years ago and no one has heard from her since. But the last thing anyone ever saw, which not everybody saw it, but it was seen by him at the time, was a video was going around. It was deleted immediately of her being held captive and clearly being tortured, and it cuts off before we see if like she has been killed basically. And since then he has been trying to discover what happened to her, and it's really gotten him nowhere. Nobody seems to be taking him seriously. They keep making excuses and he keeps being told, look, this is not your case. We're going to deal with it. Stop stop talking about it. So obviously, you know that there's more to the story than he is being told, which really sucks. Once he ends up finding a way to get close to him, they have something in common, and it is his former partner. I don't want to give too much away, but it's because they have more in common than just, hey, I have to pretend, like I basically have to honey trap him. Again, that would be enough for me. I would still like to read that, but because it's more than that, it's like, ooh, this is really, really good. I think obviously tension will build. They will probably end up together. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But after I'm done reading most of what I own, I will be watching. It's a story that inspired the hit Japanese crime suspense drama. So I might actually watch that if I can find it online, because I think that this would be really good. I love a good mystery. I want something solved. And you know what? It would be nice if we found out that the woman was alive the whole time and that she's been held captive and they're going to really crack the case. That'd be awesome. But yes, why is everything upside down? Oh, that's what I've read of these. I still have some other things. The other manga that I brought with me is Insomniacs After School. I am going to try to read this, but I kind of feel, well, I mean, maybe later, but I'm going to leave soon. But I don't know. I might just look on my phone for like a few more minutes and then we'll talk later. But I did read some manhwa. I caught up on, I don't remember what the name of it is. The one about the ghost. So I'll put the picture up. I think it's like Beautiful something. It's not Beautiful Nightmare, is it? Basically, it's the next episode. It was very good. I'm really enjoying it. Obviously he's falling for her a little bit, but she's a ghost. So like, what can come out of that? I'm hoping that she is able to get him to a place where he can like really get to know other people, break out of his shell, and like develop other relationships, because he's very lonely. You know, he hasn't had a lot going on, and because he has seen spirits before, this actually like works out really well for him, and he's able to like have a relationship with her. But you know, whatever. I just think that's really cute. Then I caught up on Sandwich Paradox. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm enjoying myself still. I really am. It's very cute. Did anything else come out today on Sunday? I think I went back because I didn't remember if I had read all of The Picture Will Be Up. It's like something my neighbor, I'm having sex with my middle-aged neighbor. That basically the gist. I did read it, but I don't think I actually got to the very end because like, no, I don't think I read the final episode. So I read that this morning very, very early. I don't know what prompted me to do that. I just happened to do it. And still good. Still good. I actually went back and read like 3 episodes prior because I can't help myself. When I want to reread something, I just got to get my hands on it. And that was good. That was very, very good. I have other plans for things to read, but I don't know. I'm going to take a look back at all the clips so far because I feel like I don't even know how long I've been filming this vlog. If it seems like there's not enough, we'll continue. If there is enough, then we will start a whole nother vlog. But I'm not going to show you every single thing I got when I was at Barnes & Noble today, but I just felt lucky. And there were some things that were there. Thank you, God. The things that I wanted were Choking on Love Volume 3. They didn't have it. Oh, there was something else. I don't remember, but you guys will see it by the time I do my haul, because I do have quite a things I need to haul. Some things you guys have already heard me talk about because I mentioned it in this vlog, another vlog, but I did make an order to Crunchyroll, which we'll be getting here on Tuesday, so we have a lot to talk about. But the 2 things I was most excited to see, bitch, let me see The Real You Senpai. Volume 1. So you're telling me I'm going to get more of whatever's going on here? Then yes, I'm excited for that. I really, really, really am. I feel like this was supposed to come out earlier and then it got pushed back, but I'm not sure. It could have been something else, but I'm excited for this one. This one did kind of get pushed back, I think a week or so, but I'm excited for The Eternal Covenant, Volume 1. This was not wrapped in plastic, but let's see if we have anything going crazy in here. It's looking pretty PG. It's looking pretty PG. And that's okay, because you never know what's going to happen. But I don't know. I saw this cover and I was like, I want that. I do. I simply do. I won't show you the other two. No, I will, because this one's fine. I'm so excited about this. I feel like I've been waiting forever for this, and that is Skip and Loafer Volume 11. I think I want to reread Skip and Loafer because I love this series so much. I just think it is so good. Girl, I might as well just tell you what I got. So then I also got Volume 14 of Kaiju number 8, which makes me even further behind. I'm sick of myself. But I also got a regular book because sometimes I do that. Not very often. I kind of had told myself that I don't want to keep getting regular books until I read what I own, but sometimes you just can't pass up. Sometimes you just can't pass up something that just has a cover like this. And it's called This Is My Body by Lindsay King Miller. Just seeing the cover, I was like, ooh, I think I want to get into this. But then I read the back and I was like, I think I will really like this. A gripping, emotional, and darkly funny queer horror novel about family trauma and possession. Gay single mom, Bridget, always thought that cutting ties with her extremist Catholic family was the best thing she could have done for her daughter Dylan and for herself. But when Dylan starts having terrifying fits of unnatural violence, Bridget can't shake her memories of a girl from her childhood who behaved the same way until Bridget's uncle, Father Angus, performed an exorcism. Convinced that Dylan is suffering from demonic possession, Bridget does the thing she told herself she'd never do. She goes home. Father Angus is the worst person she knows, but he's also the only person who can help her daughter. But as Bridget starts to uncover secrets about Father Angus, that long ago exorcism in her family's past, she realizes that she and Dylan have never been in more danger. This Is My Body is a piercing journey into religious trauma and childhood shame, building toward a heart-pounding, twisty climax that will spin your head all the way around. So I thought, I'm going to get this to set myself up for success for October because I do want to read more horror in October. I also want to get a really good list of manga and manhwa that's horror, like supernatural theme that I'd like to read, but I definitely want to read more regular books too. I'm also probably going to reread some horror audiobooks that I listened to a few years ago that I really like and that I really like the narrator for. So I've got a good little lineup coming for October, even though I know next month is September. Today's the 31st of August. So I'm already skipping September, but that's okay. It's also feeling absolutely fabulous in Virginia. Oh my God. Fall is here, y'all. I'm not trying to jinx it, but it's not humid like it has been in the past. So we're winning. We're winning over here. The East Coast, we've got it going on right now. But I will talk to you guys a little bit later. You will hear from me if we're going to continue or if it'll be the end. But I will see you later tonight. Okay, I've read a little more. I'm home now, obviously. So I read volume 2 of Bloom Into You. And damn, I wish I had the next volumes of this to just immediately read. But I'm going to try to find this digitally because I really want to follow this so bad. Like, there's just something about this. I just can't put my I can't put my finger on why I like this so much. I really can't. I think I just am really fascinated by her feelings. Well, I mean, both of their feelings, right? Like, we just got a little bit more background about this character. Nanami, right? I think that's it. Yeah, Nanami. Nanami is... Okay, she's student council president. She's very popular. Many people confess their feelings for her, but she is the one who's like, I'm never going to date anybody until I find someone special. She then develops feelings, I think, for you. But the thing is that it seems like from what we discovered from her background, she lost someone and she is now kind of trying to emulate them. And it doesn't matter that it scares her and that it's not, maybe some things aren't necessarily what she wants to do. She's determined to basically wear this perfect mask, I think is the best way to put it. And it seems as though what we come to realize, or we come to know, come to realize, what is revealed is that because you is the only one who sees and who knows this that she's wearing a mask, basically, and that she doesn't have to wear her mask in front of her. That's why she loves her. So is that really love? Is that really romantic love? I don't know. So that's why I'm really interested in this story, because I feel so bad for her. And even the best friend that she has still doesn't actually see her for who she really is. So it's funny because her current best friend, I think her name is Sayaka, she is obviously getting jealous now because they are getting closer to each other. And Yu is making a point, to not expose certain things about Nanami. Obviously, she's not going to tell anybody that they kiss occasionally and that she says that she loves her all the time. To Sayaka. Obviously, somebody eventually finds out, but it seems like they'll keep their mouth shut. But anyway, it's just funny because there's tension between Sayaka and her, and she is trying to convince. Well, she's trying to. There's something going on in the cultural festival, and because in the student council, they're supposed to help with it. Okay, she doesn't want to do it at all, and she suspects that she doesn't really want to do it either, but that she's going to do it because of this perfect mask she always has to wear. So when she tries to appeal to her best friend, like, I don't know that she really wants to do this, she's like, look, she's going to do it. She always gets things done. So, like, her friend's perception of her, it's like, it's correct, but it's correct about the mask she wears, not who she really is inside. And when she finally confronts her, like, I don't think you really want to do this, and you don't have to. She's like, no, I do. And she's like, oh, well, okay, then I guess I'll be there with you. Like, okay. Defeated pretty easily, gave it up pretty easily, but I don't know. And it's interesting because obviously she has some type of feelings for her, but it would be interesting if she's like, I think eventually they're going to be together. Obviously I've only read the first 2 volumes. I don't know how this ends. I assume that in the end they will end up together possibly, but I would find it interesting if they didn't. If she really is someone who, I don't know what the right term is. Is it aromantic? I don't know, because I don't remember the difference between asexual and aromantic. I'm gonna have to look that up. And hopefully I'm getting those terms correct. But she may just really not be somebody who develops romantic feelings for people or develops, a desire to be with someone in an intimate way. But they're doing things that would be considered intimate. Obviously kissing, holding hands, stealing glances. So there's some type of intimacy, but it doesn't have to be that way. But anyway, all that talking to say, I like Bloom Into You. I really do want to continue on with this series. And then I pulled Citrus. What in God's name is going on here? I don't know. I don't know. I got this because I kept seeing it at Second and Charles, and obviously it's giving Yuri GL, I never read the back, so I didn't know what I was getting into, but she is starting her first day at an all-girl school. Her mom has been remarried, and she now has to, basically her whole life has changed now. She gets to this all-girl school, and she obviously doesn't fit in because this is like super prim and proper. It's like a private school. Her hair, this is not her natural hair color. She's more like a gal. And I like her so much. She's got such a good personality, and I just can't get over how much I like her. But obviously she gets like an infraction immediately, and then this happens to be the student council president, but also the chairman of the school's granddaughter, and they kind of butt heads immediately to then find out when she comes home that, oh wait, we're actually stepsisters now because my mom married your dad, but the dad is nowhere to be seen. Okay, so we've already got like a lot going on here, and it was very sad. Okay, I want to continue on with this, although I don't. She, like I said, granddaughter of the chairman, seems to have a lot of expectations on her to the point that she just seems like a robot, and as if she feels nothing. It seems like everybody at the school really only, kind of similar to what's going on here, except the difference is that she is really, really nice. So of course that's why everybody likes her, and she gets along with everybody so well. Versus She is very cold and standoffish, and while people admire her, it's like they admire her for her discipline. So these two characters are completely different, but similar in that they're both wearing perfect masks and hiding themselves from everyone else, but then there's somebody who sees the real them, and then it's a weird dynamic. Now, obviously, these two are not stepsisters. These two are. But there's more going on with her. Like, she hasn't seen her dad in 5 years. She's lived alone in her grandfather's home, and she's just lived by herself. She's engaged to be married to an older man who is also the teacher at their school, and then he is he's forcing himself on her at school. All of this because he just wants to get an in with the chairman while he is also dating someone else. Bitch. Let me jump into this thing. Now, obviously, things were resolved, but let me jump into this story and really smack the shit out of every man that I've met so far. Not a single man that I have met has been a good person. I don't even like her father, because where has her father been? She hasn't seen her dad in 5 years, and then she's calling out to him in her sleep. And how the hell did he even have time to meet somebody to marry? Okay, I feel for her mother, and I hope that her mother divorces him, because something's not right. Anyway, the dynamic that is very weird is that she ends up kissing her. She ends up developing some type of weird feelings going on. They're now kissing each other randomly. She then gets a manga about like a very similar scenario. What is going on? That's the thing that's like, girl, I'm getting whiplash with what the fuck's going on here. And I feel sorry for her. I really, really, really do, because she is just willing to go along with going along. Like, it doesn't even matter. She's just going to make it happen. Doesn't care. Won't complain. But the reason why I want to keep reading is because the introduction of her into her life is already starting to change her. She is, like I said, I would want to be her friend in real life because she seems so cool. She is unapologetically herself, but she is still humble. Like, she apologizes. She takes ownership for the things she's done, but she stands up for herself, and she is who she is, and she's not apologetic about it. And she is kind of forcing her to confront these things that she's like, I don't think you like that. I don't think you like these things. And I think you need to stand up for yourself. Do you really want to go here, there, da, da, da? Do you really want to do that? And I like that. So I could do without the weird ass dynamic of the kissing, but I would really have loved it to see just simply because they're now stepsisters. She's technically older than her, even though that they're in the same grade. Her really taking her under her wing and being a sister. Because obviously now that she's in their house with her and her mom, she's actually getting companionship. She's getting affection. She's being noticed and spoken to. But how long is it going to take her to really accept, like, this is something that I deserve and that I can enjoy, I think is the best way to put it. So this is really cute. I also just randomly started reading Absolute Threshold. I forgot that I read that, like, a few of the chapters, not even a few. I think I only read the first episode a long time ago when it was suggested on, I don't know, Tappy Toon or something. And I didn't really know what to make of it, so I think I dropped it. And because y'all know, it's a straight story, so I was like, I don't really know. But I randomly got into it. Let me tell you something. Absolute Threshold, girl. What type of freaky shit? Let me just pull the picture up. Because I'm going to lose my train of thought. Okay. Now I remember why I started this, because it's done. And that's why I wanted to start it too. But this, girls, obviously, like, I'm not finished by any means. I think I'm close to episode 30. All right. So this is about, I wish I could make this picture bigger. So Jumi is the daughter of a kind of gangster-ish. Like, it's followed her whole life that her dad is, kind of in the mob, so to speak. And because of that, she has not been able to develop any real relationships with people. So she kind of just goes along with whatever her dad wants, whatever her mom wants. Obviously, they are pretty wealthy. They support her. When we first meet her, I won't even talk about when we first meet her, because that's like foreshadowing. That's showing us what happens in like the episodes I'm in now. But basically, she seems to have been dumped by her former boyfriend. He cheated on her with her other friend. So that has not helped her feel like she has any good relationships, right? It does seem like she has one friend, though, who is a good friend to her, which I can really appreciate. Anyway, so her parents are always trying to get her, like, matchmake for her. And she ends up meeting, what's his name again? I can't remember. Yungyo? So, him. And he is in a completely different mob, but the two, like, her dad and his boss are trying to, merge, so to speak. But the difference here is that obviously her dad would like it if he could have, a marriage of, convenience with this other mob. But the other mob, his boss, he wants to do it. He wants to marry him off because he can clearly tell the boss's wife. Okay, so the boss can tell his new wife, who is much younger than him, has a thing for his subordinate. So much so that it's now made the boss kind of clearly feel some type of way about it, even though he isn't doing anything. So he's kind of started to get standoffish with him, and obviously is trying to help him marry someone else. So hopefully that solves the problem. It doesn't, though, because your wife is a hoe. Sorry. And I don't mind hoedom. Okay. That does not matter to me. My thing is, ma'am, you're married. Okay. If you want to have a dalliance on the side, can you do it with a random? Do you need to do it with his like second in command? That kind of thing is just like, now that's just playing with fire. Some people get off on that, but he's already said he doesn't want you. So why? So it's just desperate. I think that's what I don't like. I don't like a desperate hoe. And this is coming from someone who's never had any, experience being, having a hoe era. So who am I to say? But these are just my opinions. So forgive me for being a little judgmental. But I think I'm doing with a little bit, I think I'm doing with quite a bit of nuance. And I think people would agree. But anyway, Jumi, I am struggling with her because she is so fucking miserable. And like, I'm just going to do what everybody says. I'm just going to sacrifice myself. It's easier this way. Stand up. Y'all know I don't like that. Y'all know I don't like when it's a female character who is this pitiful. That bothers me. Get it together. So she ends up meeting him. She's like, I'm just going to do this because that's what my dad wants, but I have to have no intention of hooking up with him or being with him. Her mom also tries to matchmake her with someone else who is the opposite of him. So he's like more clean cut. He's the son of like a doctor who's the chairman of a hospital. But one thing leads to another. She really has no intention of being with really anyone. She's like content being alone at this point and owning her cafe, but he ends up having to help her with something and they get to fucking, okay? And that's when I was like, all right, I'm invested. This man, he's an eater, okay? Good for him. After he shot the club up, okay, here we go. I'm invested now. I'm invested. Because good for you. That's a man who I'm at a loss for words. He's talking her through it. He's making sure she's enjoying herself. He comes second. Okay. Congratulations. You got yourself somewhat of a keeper. Now that attitude of his, I don't really like that. The way he talks sometimes, I'm not really fucking with it. But he already yearns for her, and that is enough for me. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my problem. He talks super crazy to the point that I was reading with Devin beside me, and I was like, do men talk like this? I've never, like, it just seems so, like, who wrote that? Like, who would ever, well, I'm not a man, so I don't know what they say, but you know what I'm saying? Like, something is just like, that is not sexy to me. But some people would find that sexy. If you've read this, you might know what I'm talking about. When he's talking, see, like, it's one thing to talk nasty. Okay, good, whatever. But some of the things that he says are actually kind of mean. And you can tell that she's embarrassed, but at the same time, I do like that, like, it's like he's teasing her in a way. It just wouldn't be what I would do. Who am I? I don't want to be mean to someone in a teasing way when I can tell that they're embarrassed. But blah, blah, blah. Absolute threshold. Okay, I'm going to see this through. Even though she's driving me crazy, I already know that it's going to be okay. Like, obviously, I mean, girl, they're married. We're at the side stories, right? Let me see. Oh my God, the other thing. This is the other reason why I'm kind of like, ugh, pregnancy. Oh God, that's my only thing about this. I was like, God damn it, I don't know if I want to read this, but I'm going to. Basically, they have a one night stand, and it was freaky. Okay, we're talking all night long. Jesus. And of course, she ends up pregnant. And I don't hate that, but she is all like suited up, ready to go get an abortion. But then she's like, no, I'm going to keep it. Why? Who am I? Because I'm just thinking about her circumstances, right? Like, would she be a good mom? I think so. Does she, at the end of the day, even though her parents would probably be really, like, shitty about it because they would, like, expect her to be married first, they want her to do it right, even though it's like, okay, but you're in the mob. So who are you to tell me how things should be done right? Whatever. I think what we will see is they're going to fucking love the kid. They're going to love their grandkid. This is their only daughter. They will absolutely love their grandchild. They will spoil the fuck out of it. So, but on the other side, they will expect her to move back in with them. And the way they treat her is not that great. They're very judgmental. They're pretty verbally abusive, even though in their mind, they wouldn't see it that way. They would see it a completely different way and not take it seriously, which is sad. And that's why she is like this, so like timid and just pitiful. But then she's like, oh no, I think I'm going to keep the baby. Ugh, okay. He finds out that she is pregnant because he's obviously, he's claiming that I don't even know why I'm dealing with this. I don't even need to be around her. But of course he's already obsessed with her. He loves her. He's like, who does she think she is going to terminate my seed? You see what I'm saying? Do men say that? Do people say that? Terminate my seed? It's this big. It's literally this big. I would even go so far as to say it's not even this big. It's probably as big as the tip of my fingernail. She's 5 weeks pregnant. Calm the fuck down. But it's fine. This is what they want to do. They want to keep it. Okay. But now he's basically made her live in this fucking apartment. He's like, this is the only thing. And this man's getting stabbed by the bitch who obsessed with him, which I already know means that she's going to have her stabbed. Hope to God she's not pregnant. Because what the fuck? Well, I mean, that she will have had the baby. How many episodes is this? It's got a lot of side stories. Oh, this is not that long. Okay. Damn, I'm almost done when you think about it. Yeah, okay. Oh, let me look at these photos. I mean, they just get to passionate. But where was that one? Sorry for my pinky. What I really want to see, though, is when she freaking... Because, I mean, I hope that she does, but, like, eventually she's going to have to confront her ex and her friend, tell them fuckers off immediately, because fuck the lady who is supposed to be your friend for fucking your fiance, but absolutely fuck your fiance for fucking your best friend. Both of them, to hell with you. But anyway, I'm going to end this little portion now, and we will talk again. everybody. All right, so we're basically at the end now. I didn't end up checking to see how many clips I had, but I feel like this is a natural end to it. I should have included the clips. I went to Sally's. I kind of showed you guys the aisle. I don't really know how to do stuff like that. I think I need another person with me, so sorry that they tend to be very quick clips. Then I went to Books A Million. Obviously, we do have to talk about what I got because I couldn't help myself. There's only 2 more, and I was like, I want. So let's hope I don't get the same one. I don't think I will, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. And then I was going to just go out to lunch by myself, but then I remembered my parents are off. My mom's off from work and my stepdad's retired. So I was like, do you guys want to get Thai food with me? Because obviously I was craving Thai food. So I had a nice little lunch. Then I ran around most of, not the city that I'm in, but like I went to Food Lion so tonight, I should probably say why. So tonight, instead of having game night with my parents, I'm playing video games with Devin and his friends for our friend Weepy's birthday. So she invited me to like play with them. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. So I went to the grocery store to find certain ingredients after going to the liquor store to get the alcohol I wanted because I want to take some drinks tonight. I don't really drink. I really don't drink that often. It's very rare. And because I don't drink as often, I get tipsy really, really fast. But this one particular drink is my favorite drink ever. So even though I don't drink it as often, I do drink a lot of it when I get it. And it's a coconut lemon sour. Anybody who loves P.F. Chang's knows that that's one of the drinks there. And it's like coconut vodka, coconut water, simple syrup, lemon juice. And I'm pretty sure that's it. So it's really, really simple. The thing about alcohol for me is I like ciders, some beers, but anything that's sweet I like. And any mixed drink, if it doesn't taste like alcohol, I will probably like it, which can be dangerous. So I went to Food Lion. The first Food Lion packed as hell. I know it's Labor Day, but what the fuck? Next grocery store I went to, I left the first Food Lion because they didn't have self-checkout. And for it being like so busy, every single aisle was open and every single aisle was full of people with carts that were like so full it was above like the top of the cart. So I was like, I'm not gonna fucking sit here. I only need to buy 3 things. Then I went to the one that's a little bit closer to my house. Still pretty packed, but I got in and out pretty quickly. But I was like, damn, I couldn't even find simple syrup, so I might as well make the shit myself. All it is just water and sugar, I guess. But yeah, why is everybody out right now? Get out of here. So anyway, I went to Books A Million, obviously trying to see if anything I wanted that comes out on the 2nd or the 9th was out early. Just a few things. So the things that I'm really looking for that should come out this week, hopefully early. I really want the new Windbreaker volume and I want the new Chained Soldier volume. But I've also been wanting Assassin and Cinderella volume 2. I'm really excited about this one. I talked about this when I got the first volume a while ago. I really, I might reread the first one because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this one. This is basically everything that I would have wanted from Yakuza Lover in terms of the male lead actually being hot, because the male lead in that is not hot. And I mean, the female lead in Yakuza Lover is gorgeous, but I'm sorry, you ain't touching her. She's so cute. I'm obsessed with her. But I mean, okay, yeah. Yeah, he did not look like that. He did not look like that in Yakuza Lover. He was just so corny. But let me not get on a tangent. You don't know how I get. I've been waiting for this, it seems like forever, and I feel that I will need to reread it from the beginning all over again because it feels like it's been so long since volume 3 to volume 4. But I got Gokurakugai. I really like this series. And this was random. I've never heard of this before. But I was intrigued by the cover, which I think I pulled it out for you guys to see in Books A Million. Sorry, they shrink wrap these. It's like child-proof damn near. And I know little babies have really sharp nails, but everybody else like me doesn't. So I got Abandon. Is that what it's called? It kind of looks like, no, I'm sorry, not Abandon. It's Adabana. See, that looks like, oh, it looks like Adabana. Let's look in the, yeah, Adabana. So I don't want to read this yet. I want to save this for, I really want to save this for October, because this seems like it's a thriller, possibly psychological. So, a small town is shocked by the gruesome murder of a student. Mizuki Aikawa, the victim's best friend, confesses to the brutal crime. However, Mizuki's public defenders are convinced there's more to the story. Who is she protecting and why? As the mystery unravels, a tale of exploitation, trauma, survival, and is revealed in the suspenseful crime drama. So I figured, you know what, that sounds really interesting, and I don't have a lot of stuff like that, so I figured let's give that a go. And the reason why I justified getting this, besides the fact that I wanted it, because that's all I really need to say to myself, is that I finally took the little survey so I could get the $5 off. That barely made it then. It saved me money, but that's fine. Okay, so so last time I got Tutu, which was the purple. I'm still holding out hope for Mimi or Juju. Obviously, I would like this one because it kind of matches my hair, even though I don't have black hair, I have brown hair still. But still, any of them will be good, as long as it's not the same one that I already got. So, I'm excited. Loveliness never ends. Okay. Shut the fuck up right now. Twice. What are you talking about? These are so expensive. These are so expensive. And I got 2 of the same ones.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Sometimes life is cruel. It's okay. It is really cute. That is disappointing. See, the thing is if these were smaller ones, you know, I really wouldn't care about having multiples because, well, I mean, it would still equal out to be pretty expensive if I got multiple, but these are expensive, okay? I don't even want to say how much this was. Now, it's not the worst price that I've ever seen, but I wasn't expecting to get the same color. It's fine. It is fine. Because you know what? I got another one of these to put behind my books on my shelves. And you know, this is just how it happens. This is what happens when you like mystery box stuff. Sometimes you get the same thing twice. Sometimes you get the same thing twice. I could have swore that that's okay. There's no point in thinking about it because I'm just gonna get mad. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop the video so we can start a new video like I do. Yeah, I think this week has been really good. I'm excited for this upcoming week, and then after that, basically next week, we go to Alexandria and we're gonna see my sister. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna go on a ghost tour, so that's gonna be really cool. So yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow my other social medias in the description box down below. And you have a good day. Goodbye.